Hey guys, so today I wanted to make a video, obviously. As you know, all lions have like a mane, right? I wanted to explain why lions keep a mane, fam. Because, this mane gets fly, you know what I'm saying? Like, gets fly like a fucking hawk. You know, like, he'll just pull up like this, like, yo, just slide. You know what I'm saying? Catch a dub. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna explain why lions keep a mane. Now, I feel like everyone has come across a lion, right? I used to think I was like a fucking lion. Like, I thought a lot of crazy things, right? But, you know, when you first look at a lion, it's gonna look like not that scary without its mane, right? Like, if it's not keeping a mane, it's not gonna look that scary. But then you'll start to look closer at it, and you're like, what is underneath this mane? You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy can look straight up scary, and it just won't make sense. So it's like, where is this guy trying to get? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not fully making sense, but in the moment, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So, why do lions keep a mane? Now, first of all, second of all, I was pulling up in this whip, right? It was a 2-seater. Now, I was expected like a nice little thotty and maybe some like extra tender thotties too. Like, he was gonna match me up with some tender thotties, this lion. Like, I pulled up in a 2-seater with a lion, right? And yeah, he was gonna drive me to my like a final destination. Like, we weren't even gonna go across the border. He was just gonna like send me right up to like fucking none of it or something. You know what I'm saying? But there's like lots of snow and it's like cold as fuck. It's like really cold. It's like freezing there. But he's like, no, it's like super nice. Trust me. I'm like, okay. And like at the moment, like during the time, you don't think much of it. Like, you fully trust this guy. Like, he seems like a trustworthy guy, right? But like, why are we going to none of it? Like, it's really cold there. Like, it's like a lot more cold than you'd think. Like, I thought he'd be bringing me like down south where it's just like kind of warm, where we'd be like next to the heat, but not like fully in the equator. You know what I'm saying? Just like next to it, just like enjoying the warmth. You know what I'm saying? But not. He's like, that's where my other thoughties are gonna go. My absolute thoughties. You know what I'm saying? And we're just gonna go up north to none of it, and we're just gonna enjoy the nice weather. I'm like, okay, I trusted him because this guy, when they keep a mane, they look very intelligent. You know what I'm saying? If you keep like a nice mane, you're gonna look like you know what you're talking about, especially when this mane is on your side because like he is your mane, you know what I'm saying? So like your mane is gonna be fucking with you, especially at the time. It's not even your fault. It's not even your fault for like keeping that mane, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like it's all you know. It's like you're born with it. So like, and if this guy comes up to you and he's like, yo, you want to keep a mane? You're gonna say yes, because who's not gonna keep a mane, especially if it's to go up to Nunavut where the nice weather is, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we were whipping in this 2-seater to get to Nunavut, but we weren't taking that long, obviously, but we made a few stops along the way. And he's like, yo, I have like a lot of food I need to like cut up and like cook and like put like sticky milk in and like put some like cooking acids in and stuff. I'm like, sounds normal to me. Like, it sounds like pretty basic procedure based off of your mane, you know what I'm saying? Based off like, I read this cooking book, right? And it seemed like a pretty basic procedure. So I'm like, okay. So we stopped along the way, and he's like, I have a lot of food. I have like 7 billion spring rolls. I'm like, what do you mean 7 billion spring rolls? He's like, yeah, we need to cut all these up and like cook them and like put a bunch of ingredients in them. I'm like, okay. So like, I started picking out spring rolls and like I slowly started like cutting them up and like putting like lemonade in them. And I'm like, isn't this a bit weird? I even laughed a bit. I didn't even feel that bad when I laughed, but then I like kind of felt bad, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I started putting like lemonade in it and like sticky hot milk. And he's like, trust me, that'll be really good. He's like, you're earning points with me. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm earning points with you. He's like, this is good for you. You're learning how to cook and shit, and you're learning that this is good. So like, for that reason, I felt like it wasn't my fault that I was doing like a very bad job of cooking. Because apparently, like, my ingredients weren't that strong, but they felt like they were really strong at the time, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, what was even the amount of heat I was using? I was using heat, but like how much heat? I didn't think of that. But like, if you're not thinking of that, these spring rolls got sliced. They got hot sticky milk in them inside, like where the ingredients are and shit. I cut them up, put lemonade all on them, and just did a bunch of nasty shit, like a bunch of nasty shit. And he's like, yeah, this is great. This is good for you. This is gonna help the environment and everything. Cause like, you don't know this, but when you're cooking, you're actually helping the environment as long as you're not cooking meat. But I was cooking meat too. You know what I'm saying? But he was like, no, the meat's good. The meat's fine in this situation. I'm like, okay. Like, I don't keep a main, so like, I'm not sure. But yeah, anyways, I don't keep the main, so like, I'm just gonna trust this guy because he keeps a fire main, you know what I'm saying? Like, I keep a main now, but nothing like this main, you know what I'm saying? I keep a nice main now, you know what I'm saying? Keep a nice fucking main. But yeah, this brings me back to my point. It's like, why do lions keep a main? Well, first of all, this is gonna make them, like, look a lot more trustworthy, you know what I'm saying? Like, in the moment. But then you look back at it, and it's like, they're literally keeping one main and a two-seater, whipping the none of it. It's like, that's the most suspicious shit ever. That's like, you're literally whipping in a demon. Like, where is this demon even going, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's obviously all fine because, like, at the end of the day, it's make-believe, and I just need this to, like, keep me, like, comfortable in the moment, you know what I'm saying? And just, like, learn about, like, why lions keep a mane and everything, and, like, learn about this lion, because my anger management people gave me this lion to, like, learn about how to control my anger, but I don't think it's really working, you know what I mean? Tell me why none of these spring rolls were even, like, angry. Like, they didn't even taste that good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, these spring rolls, oh, let me just cover his ears. These spring rolls literally aren't angry. Like, maybe that's because, like, I'm only covering his ears because he'll probably bite me if he hears me saying this. But they're literally just fucking happy spring rolls. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're safe spring rolls for the most part. They'll still cause some stomach problems if you let them, but no one's about to let them do that. But yeah, anyways, like, you know, if this guy is keeping a mane, he may have some, like, inner troubles that he's not, like, telling you, you know what I'm saying? Like, he might have some, like, stuff that he wants to hide, and he needs, like, a mane to, like, make it look like he's, like, actually hitting the spot, you know what I mean? But, like, sometimes this guy will have, like, multiple manes. Like, he'll just have hair coming out here and here. It's like, yo, where's my manes? You know what I'm saying? So, and he was like, yo, you have some manes. But then, like, when you start getting closer to none of it, he's like, yo, did you know I ate your mane and the rest of your manes? I'm like, what are you talking about? I thought I only had one mane. And then he told me I had, like, a bunch of manes. That doesn't even make sense. And he's like, no, we ate them too. He's like, actually, you ate them. I'm like, no, I did not eat the manes. You told me to eat the manes. Fucking idiot. But yeah, anyways, this guy literally told me to cook the spring rolls, so it's not my fault. Like, he told me to do all that shit to the spring rolls. So, he likes to put it on you afterwards, when in the moment, he's the one that told you to do that shit, right? Yeah, fucking... right, buddy? Yeah, that's what I thought. You fucking idiot. But yeah, you might be like, how is this good for you? Well, in the end, it actually is good for you to do that to the spring rolls, or at least think you're doing that to the spring rolls, because I thought I was cooking out some mini spring rolls, but I really wasn't. It's just not happening like that, you know what I mean? It's just not happening at all. But it's just good for you to learn about that type of shit, learn about how, like, you feel about it, you know what I mean? Because, like, you can, like, grow some emotions towards this cooking process, and, like, you can really start to, like, want to cook up some, like, vegetables or some shit, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, as I was saying, this guy may keep a main because, like, you know what I mean? It's just, the main might be kind of like him at the moment. You may be just trying to, like, copy the main to find out what to do. Or you may enjoy the main. You may enjoy the cooking process, and that's totally you, you know what I'm saying? I feel like everyone enjoys the cooking process, but I feel like not everyone looks back at it in the same way, you know what I'm saying? So that's completely you, and however you look at it is fine, and however you enjoy it is fine. Like, I really kind of like giggled when I was cooking these spring rolls, but looking back at it, yeah, I cooked some nasty spring rolls, man. But yeah, this guy, eventually, he wants to shave his mane, but when the new mane grows into what it's supposed to be, it was actually the same mane the whole time. He's just growing into what he really is, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna get shaved or anything. It's not gonna get cut. Like, nothing's gonna happen. No one's gonna burn the mane off. Nothing. So, that's why I keep this mane now, because, like, I just know I just look nicer with my mane, you know what I'm saying? Like, nicer than I may be inside. Oh, I'm joking. But, yeah, any other reasons why lions keep a mane? You know what? Or maybe multiple manes? Is it really because these other animals are pressing the line? They might be pressing the line a bit, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're just whipping, like, you're not, like, this never actually happened. I was tripping. I was on so much acid looking back on it, and shrooms and, like, weed. But yeah, we were whipping to none of it. And, yo, I feel like this guy was getting pressed by the other animals in the spring rolls. Like, why is a lion getting pressed by spring rolls? You know what I mean? Like, that shouldn't be pressing anyone. Yeah, that's what I thought, buddy. But, you know, everyone has their reasons, and at the end of the day, you can't really judge. Well, you can if you want, but I decided to try not to judge, even though I still do judge this lion for bringing me to none of it, where it's freezing. It's like frosted cold, fam. But yeah, this guy really wants to eat these fucking spring rolls I cooked. Like, he's like, you cooked some nice spring rolls. These really helped. These really helped, these spring rolls. But like, no, they don't. You know what I mean? But like, it helps to like think you're cooking spring rolls when you're just tripping on acid shrooms and some weed or maybe nothing. You're just having a bit of psychosis. No, I'm joking. Shit doesn't exist. But yeah, little rundown. Lions keep a mane because they're gonna look more trustworthy. They're gonna make you like them more when they're keeping a mane. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe like a bunch of manes that you like. They may be hiding something. They may be hiding how they really feel to try and influence you to think a certain way, but it's not gonna work at the end of the day because like the mane's gonna grow out into what it really is, and you're gonna see him for who he truly is. Deep down, he's beautiful, right? Yes, he is. And basically, it's just an absolute thotty. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta keep a mane. You just gotta look pretty. So yeah, that's why lions keep a mane. Hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, subscribe if you want to see more lit videos, and fuck off. Joking.